Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shear, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, on both the weekly talk section and the landing page, and you'll find the Zoom link there. Today is Sunday, March 31st, 2024. And we are continuing with our monthly topic, That's How We've Never Done It. And the topic for this week is Don't Go Back to Sleep. So I'd also like to recognize today is also Easter Sunday. So happy Easter to all those that acknowledge and celebrate this holiday weekend, as well as today is the Transgender Day of observation and recognition for those in our trans and LGBTQ family. And today is also the birthday of my older brother. So today I had a very lengthy telephone call connecting with my brother and catching up. It's been a while, let's say, and it's so great to reconnect with family and to acknowledge how our families have grown and have diversified outside of the area that we grew up in. So just reconnecting and sharing the news of what's going on with all of our family members, both those that are blood relatives and those that we have considered as family, knowing each other for most of our lives. So it was a great reconnection. So with that, let's get into our weekly talk, where we offer an inspirational message each week. And just to let you know that we will be offering a new location for meeting in person, 12 o'clock on Sundays at Calle Venezuela 152 at the corner coffee shop. So look for information on our website for updates on that as well. And as we do each week, let's review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week. And that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, which is creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. So as we learn to embody the truth of our divine humanness more fully, we are reminded that life is a journey and not a destination. So the unfolding of Spirit's perfect pattern for our world requires our conscious and active participation. Even that fabled state of happily ever after requires continued attention and intention. So that's why it's important to stay connected to those that are loved ones and close to us. We set the intention to stay conscious, to live from love, and to continue to embrace infinite possibilities. So don't go back to sleep. Ernest Holmes said this: our individualized universe is forever complete, yet forever completing itself, in order that every experience may teach us to transcend some previous one in ever-ascending cycles, upward bound. So recent events in the world have alerted us that many of our fear-based beliefs and behaviors that we'd hoped to have healed and released may have just been temporarily shoved deeper into our collective human unconsciousness, stuffed under or swept under the carpet, so to speak. So surfacing now, they demand that we address them from a higher perspective of evolutionary possibility. To effectively do so, we must set the intention to stay awake in the truth of who we are. So the science of mind offers us not only a philosophy supporting the principles of oneness, but also practical tools for immersing ourselves in and identifying ourselves as that oneness. As we set the intention to dive deeper into its teachings and practices, we become more aware that situations in our outer experience cannot be solved by pointing fingers out there. Instead, we can choose to recognize current events as cries for help and healing at a deeper level. Symptoms and signals of inner work still to be done. If we are to step into our vision of a world that works for everyone, we must do so grounded in our own embodiment of oneness. We must continually and consciously choose and re-choose to live as and from the love we are. Dennis Merritt Jones wrote this: "Your entire life is a sacred experience. So you can go through life looking for an experience out there, or you can awaken to the fact that you are a spiritual experience wherever you are and whatever you are doing." So practice, practice, practice. This is how we get to Carnegie Hall, right? In our spiritual context, it's time to expand that old joke into how do we stay in Carnegie Hall? Having tasted the truth, how do we anchor ourselves in it, in service to be its continued unfolding expression in, through, and as us? A renewed dedication to the principles and practices that have allowed our initial awakening is one obvious tool for grounding us on the path. Often, individuals turn towards spiritual practices such as meditation and spiritual mind treatment when seeking relief from the pain of personal challenges, only to set those practices aside when the pain subsides. Or we may congratulate ourselves for practicing high thoughts of loving kindness towards our fellow humans until an invitation arises to engage in gossip or an "ain't it awful" rehash. Now is the time to recommit to the higher road. If we are to participate in a grand rising for the world, we must commit to the maintenance of our own awakened consciousness. And Ernest Holmes said this: "Wake up. Your word is all powerful. Your consciousness is one of omnipotence. Your thought is infinite. Your destiny is eternal, and your home is everlasting heaven." So life is like layers of an onion. Vladimir Horowitz, one of the greatest pianists of the 20th century, suffered such agonizing stage fright before any public performance that he retired completely from that stage and turned to only studio recordings for decades during his career. He must have known the greatness of his gift. Yet in those moments pre-concert, other thoughts and feelings apparently held power. In our own lives, we may find that one moment, 1 hour, or one day, we live fully enthroned in ownership of the truth, knowing divine love lives itself in, through, and as us. And in the next moment, hour, or day, we are immersed in old constructs of fear, less than, and who do we think we are? Feelings. These are invitations to recognize that we still have old patterns and beliefs that are operating within us, to forgive ourselves as we return to conscious choice and to peel another layer of the onion. So Ernest Holmes attested to the value of periodic, intentional reset, reboot, refresh. He once explained, I think a certain amount of meditation, prayer, and contemplation reaches the secret place of the Most High. Believe me, I tried it last week because I felt I had some things I had to get straightened up. And I went away for 6 days all by myself, and I talked to myself on an average of 10 hours a day because I knew I needed it, and it happened. Now, what happened? There is nothing that could have happened other than that the frustration was removed long enough for some light to come through. There is a light that lighteth every man's path, he said. There is a word that is heard. There is a presence that is felt. There is a power that flows, and a peace. It comes out of some eternal stillness, so still that the silence becomes articulate. Now I know it because whenever I get to think, whenever I get to a place where I think I need that, that is what I do. Now what happens? I think, in a sense, it's a boring tunnel until it hits the reservoir and a clearance is made and out gushes the water, as Moses struck the rock with a rod, because the water is always there. And Ram Dass said this, if you think you are enlightened, go home for Thanksgiving. So there is power in new ideas. We know that as a new thought teaching, our philosophy is anything but new. Humans have always and will always yearn for new ways to comprehend and embody our place within the infinite. Ernest Holmes and other great thinkers throughout history have each brought their own new perspective to the conscious evolution of our divine humanness. 2,000 years ago, Paul invited us to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And that's from Romans 12:2. And we, individually and collectively, continue to awaken and respond to that call. Each moment is an opportunity for a new idea, because each moment finds us at a new crossroads on our journey. Just as returning to a favorite book or movie after some years away will reveal new, unexpected insights, we can claim a fresh approach to each moment as we spiral upward in our spiritual understanding. And John Donahue said this, of the many callings in the world, the invitation to the adventure of an awakened and full life is the most exhilarating. This is the dream of every heart. So in conclusion, it's up to us to invite and commit to this new now moment. And it's new ideas for us, for our communities, and for our world. We've awakened to the truth of our identity as divine humans, and now we heed Rumi's exhortation, don't go back to sleep. We surrender to the divine guidance of indwelling love wisdom, and not only listen to its message for us, but step out, step up, and step forward into consciousness. Spirit-centered action. We are the change we wish to see in this world. We are the love we wish to see in the world. So together, grounded in that divine power and promise, working in us, through us, as us, we transform the world. And I'll leave you with this quote. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in because we're dreaming with our eyes wide open. And that brings us to our affirmation for the week. I embrace infinite possibility as I live the love I am. And now it's time for giving back where we are spiritually fed. First, let's review our updates and news for our center. So if you're interested in learning more about our Science of Mind teaching, we will be offering a foundations class via Zoom, and that will be starting soon. So check with our website or connect with me to find out the details. And let me know if there's a specific class, workshop, or even a book study that you would be interested in. And we can make plans for those as well. And if you're interested in a one-on-one connection for spiritual mind treatment to assist you with whatever is going on in your life or whatever you would like to experience more of, then please connect with me so that we can arrange for that as well. And if you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this current year, remember that our membership is renewed annually. So connect with me for the application form. And if you would like to be on the board of trustees, then please ask me about that as well. We will be having our annual general meeting via Zoom on Saturday, April 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And everyone is welcome to join us. However, you must be a member in order to vote. And the Zoom link is posted on our website. I'd also like to remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. And now it's our time for mindfully giving back to where you are spiritually fed. It's time for spiritual and financial support. We rely on your support to continue our center here in Puerto Vallarta so that we can continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated, whether it's $5 or $50 or even the cost of a cup of coffee. Your contributions are circulated with our tithing to our greater organization, which reaches out globally as well as locally. And we also tithe to a local women's shelter to assist women and children that have left an abusive relationship and allows them the opportunity to become grateful for the assistance to become productive and successful members of our community. So donations can be made using PayPal or Tithely on our website, www.cslpv.org. And you'll find the links for the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as the replay of the weekly talks page. Alternatively, if you still like to write out paper checks, you can do so by addressing them to CSLPV number 403 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y 8N1. And now if you'd like to join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. Namaste.